You said to me in the elevator, you took it back to game 3. And again, we'll see that there feels like there's a renewed energy for the Warriors tonight. Looks like they're going to get KD back, and we'll see. But if it doesn't go their way, that it may be a decision they made in game 3 that they look back on.
Yeah, and I said this when we had this conversation, is that I don't hold Klay Thompson out of this game. If he can play and he can go out and give you something, you play him, because I'm under the impression you never give away NBA Finals games, because you know what happens? The Toronto Raptors catch fire in that game 3 and they beat the Golden State Warriors by 14 points. Okay, now they have the rhythm and the momentum going into that game 4. So if Klay Thompson comes back and he's 90%, 100% or whatever, he's playing really well, but Toronto has the momentum. And they took that momentum, and that third quarter looked like the third quarter Golden State put together in game 2. And they ran off with the game. So now you're in a situation, your back's against the wall, and you're hoping that you get Kevin Durant back and he can give you some boost of energy just to get you to Thursday. Now, if you play Klay Thompson in game 3, okay, you might lose.
Yeah.
But in game 4, now the energy is the same. It's equal. You're on equal footing, and you can come out and you can play a better game.
What do you make of that, Jay Will?
I agree with DJ. I mean, nobody has really been bringing up the fact that Nick Nurse has been brilliant in this series, and it kind of been running circles around Steve Kerr. How about the pace of the game the other day was so fast? Toronto, on every made shot or missed shot, they were pushing the ball up the court with a sense of urgency. You know what that did? That made Stephen Curry's legs extremely heavy, considering the load he carried the night before when he dropped to 47. And that's why he struggled from the field. Even though Klay Thompson was able to knock down shots, that pace of that game was in the favor of Toronto. But that pace is different tonight, because even if you try to speed it up, like, look, the weapons that Golden State is going to have on the floor, you can ISO KD, you can still get KD involved. You can bring Boogie Cousins in. Now all of a sudden you have options. You can play with that lineup a lot more than what he had to do the other day, where he just had to ride with Stephen Curry the whole way through.
I'm fascinated by the use of the word momentum. And baseball, they always say momentum is the next day's starting pitcher. But basketball, it does feel like it carries over a little bit. And the Raptors obviously have all of it. But now the return of Kevin Durant might provide such a lift for Golden State. In fact, Las Vegas has definitely taken notice. The Raptors opened as a 3.5-point favorite over the Warriors in Game 5. But that line has moved with the continued belief now that KD is going to play. Golden State is now plus 1.5 at Caesars. So we'll see how that thing plays itself out. Jay, well, I'll give you the first prediction. What do you expect to happen tonight, Game 5 NBA Finals in Toronto? Who's going to win?
Guys, I just think the first time we were going to see this team healthy together in the playoffs, I have Golden State winning tonight. And Greeny, I feel it. I think Golden State's going to win the next 2. And I'm telling you, it's going to be my first Father's Day on Sunday. I will be flying back up here next week for Game 7 to see if Golden State can win it or if Toronto is able to close it out. But I think this is going to 7, guys. I think with the firepower the Warriors have on the court right now, it's going to take a certain level of adjustment for Toronto defensively in order to catch them off guard these next 2 games.
What do you think, DJ?
Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, get the Warriors back to the Bay, baby, for Thursday night.
That would be something else. Again, it would prolong the life of Oracle one more game Thursday night in Oakland if they can do it.